Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Jessica Pegula vs Yulia Putintseva prediction. Will Putintseva spring a Kazakhstan upset, or will Pegula's top 10 consistency decide the tie? Jessica Pegula vs Yulia Putintseva. Prediction, betting tips and odds for the tennis match, September 18th, 2025. The Billie Jean King Cup Finals, Shenzhen Bay Sports Center, September 16th to 21st, feature a USA vs Kazakhstan quarterfinal on September 18th, 2025. Kazakhstan vs USA at 7 o'clock MSK. Jessica Pegula, WTA 07, is the clear ranking favorite against Yulia Putintseva, WTA number 61. But Putintseva fights for every point, so there is value on the set and games markets. Match winner odds should be weighed against set and game markets to determine where the best value lies. United States, Jessica Pegula. Jessica Pegula arrives in Shenzhen as one of the tournament's top seeds and the USA's leading singles option. She is ranked number 7 WTA and has been one of the most consistent performers of 2025. WTA insiders list her among the season leaders, and the official numeric ranking sheet as of September 15, 2025 shows her at 4,383 points. This season, Pegula has accumulated many deep runs and multiple titles, Bad Homburg, Charleston, Austin, on the hard courts. Her style is based on a low number of unforced errors, a strong return, and good coverage of the court. This makes her an extremely tough opponent in the best-of-3 rubbers, where aggressive returners are penalized. Pegula is coming into this match in better form, deep runs at big events, and has a positive H2H record against Putintseva, making her the clear favorite to open the tie for the USA. Kazakhstan, Yulia Putintseva. Yulia Putintseva, currently WTA No. 61, is Kazakhstan's seasoned fighter in singles. The WTA profile shows a 2025 year-to-date record that lags top players, but Putintseva's strengths are scrappy defense, heavy spin angles on return, and mental toughness that forces errors from the attacker. She reached some solid results this season and was included on Kazakhstan's WTA finals roster alongside Elena Rybakina. While Putintseva rarely matches top 10 players like Pegula stroke for stroke, she can extend rallies and create a momentum swing, which can lead to her taking a set, especially if Pegula starts slow or if the conditions favor her. I expect a high-effort but limited ceiling performance. Her best value for bettors is a set market rather than a match win at normal odds. Jessica Pegula vs Yulia Putintseva, head-to-head statistics. Pegula leads the pair 3-0 in official meetings. Pegula has won the 3 previous matches in straight sets. Their last meeting, Adelaide, January 10, 2025, Pegula 7-6-4, 6-3. Crystal Ball. Jessica Pegula vs Yulia Putintseva betting tips and odds. Pegula to win 2-0, H2H 3-0, 6-0, plus Pegula's consistency on hard courts. Over 20.5 total games. Putintseva is scrappy, and there is a reasonable chance of a competitive set or even a third set. Putintseva to win at least one set. Putintseva not likely to lose sets historically in straight sets to Pegula, so she has value on set markets. Both players to hold at least one time in a set. Expect holds and long rallies. Any tiebreak played. If the first set is tight, a tiebreak is plausible given both returners can extend games. Fire. Jessica Pegula vs Yulia Putintseva match prediction. Pegula will likely win, probably in straight sets. Pegula's ranking number 7. Better recent form and 3-0 H2H record make her the safe pick. However, her counter-punching style gives value on set/games lines for bettors. Jessica Pegula vs Yulia Putintseva prediction. Will Kazakhstan's firecracker spark an upset, or will Pegula's ice-cold precision prevail? By your name, September 2025. Under the blazing lights of a late-season tournament, with fans buzzing and courts crackling with tension, a fascinating duel is set to unfold. Jessica Pegula, the ever-steady American tactician, will face off against Yulia Putintseva, Kazakhstan's unpredictable firebrand. On paper, It's a classic clash of styles, Pegula's clinical consistency and calm demeanor against Putinceva's raw emotion and chaotic shot-making. But as any seasoned tennis fan will tell you, upsets don't happen on paper. They happen in the swirling pressure of match points, in the mistimed volleys, in the silent conversation between the mind and the racket. So, will Pegula hold firm as the top 10 mainstay, or will Putintseva light a fuse and blow this match wide open? Let's break it down. Pegula, a blueprint of top 10 tennis. Jessica Pegula, now a regular fixture inside the WTA's top 10, has built a career on clarity and precision. She's not flashy, nor is she the most physically dominant player on tour. What she brings is something far more threatening to opponents: dependability. She serves well. She returns better. Her movement is fluid, and her decision-making is nearly robotic in its reliability. Pegula's game is less about overwhelming her opponent with power and more about unraveling them over time. First serve percentage? High. Unforced errors? Low. Mental game? Impressive. Her 2025 season, while not filled with slam titles, has been a clinic in resilience. Quarterfinals at the Australian Open, semis in Miami, and consistent showings across surfaces. She may not generate viral highlights, but she stacks up wins like building blocks. Against players like Putintseva, mercurial and combustible, Pegula's stoicism can be a lethal weapon. She can absorb pace, redirect aggression, and capitalize on even the smallest lapse in focus. But here's the rub. Sometimes consistency alone isn't enough. Sometimes chaos wins. Putintseva, the disruptor. To watch Yulia Putintseva is to ride an emotional roller coaster with no seatbelt. She yells. She pumps her fists. She chastises herself midpoint. But behind all that fire is a fighter, a relentless, cunning, and often underestimated player who thrives on chaos. Putintseva doesn't just play matches. She drags her opponents into psychological warfare. Her game is built on disruption, drop shots, loopy forehands, sudden changes in pace, and a keen eye for exploiting discomfort. Ranked just outside the top 30, the Kazakhstani has played spoiler before. She's taken down bigger names in bigger arenas. Just ask Naomi Osaka, whom she upset at the 2021 Madrid Open, or Aryna Sabalenka, whom she nearly derailed at the French Open last year. While not blessed with elite power or a booming serve, Putintseva makes up for it with court sense, fearlessness, and perhaps most importantly, grit. This match is a golden opportunity for her. Pegula's consistency can feel suffocating, but Putintseva's unpredictability might be the one antidote. The tactical chessboard. Let's zoom in on how this match might play out tactically. 1. Pegula's game plan. Pegula will look to take time away from Putintseva. Expect her to target the forehand. While Putintseva's backhand is solid and compact, her forehand is more erratic and open to pressure. Take control early. Pegula often starts strong. She'll want to stamp authority in the opening games and avoid giving Putintseva any emotional momentum. Use the court. Deep cross-court rallies that test Putintseva's patience and lateral movement will be key. 2. Putintseva's game plan. Putintseva can't out-consistent Pegula, so she must disrupt the rhythm. Change the tempo. Drop shots, slices, and short angles can pull Pegula off her preferred baseline perch. Get into Pegula's head. Emotional energy will be her weapon. Loud celebrations, long stares, and animated reactions could draw Pegula out of her rhythm. Go for broke. Especially on second serves, Putintseva will need to take chances and force the issue. Mental fortitude, the deciding edge. Both players are mentally strong, but in very different ways. Pegula is calm under pressure, but sometimes that even keel can tip into passivity. If Putintseva is dragging her into long, disruptive rallies, Pegula must resist the temptation to become too conservative. Putintseva, by contrast, is all emotion. That fire can fuel her, but it can also burn her out. The key for her will be channeling energy, not letting it consume her when things go south. The X factors. 1. Crowd energy. Depending on the venue and whether there's a strong Kazakh or American crowd, the atmosphere could tip the scales. Pegula is used to playing in composed silence. Putintseva thrives when the environment is charged. 2. Surface speed. On a hard court, Pegula's flat, deep shots will have more bite. On clay, Putintseva's variety could shine. On indoor courts, Pegula's serve becomes more dangerous. The surface will absolutely affect who holds the cards. 3. Physicality. Neither player is a power basher, but both are incredibly fit. If the match goes 3 sets, especially a grinding 2+ hour duel, Putintseva may hold a slight edge in terms of stamina. She's used to long, drawn-out dogfights. Prediction: Pegula in 3 tight sets. This is not a guaranteed win for Pegula. Far from it. Putintseva is dangerous when overlooked, and her form heading into this match suggests she's ready to bite. Still, Pegula's top 10 credentials aren't just about talent, they're about execution. Her ability to problem-solve mid-match, to stay composed while others spiral, and to find just enough edge in the biggest moments gives her the upper hand. Expect a battle. Expect drama. But also expect Pegula to do what she does best, grind out the win. Final prediction: Jessica Pegula def. Yulia Putintseva 6-4, 3-6, 6-3. Postscript: a match that says a lot about the WTA. This matchup is more than a single match. It's a microcosm of what makes the WTA so compelling. It's not always about power. It's not always about rankings. It's about contrast. Fire and ice. Precision and unpredictability. Patience and passion. Jessica Pegula and Yulia Putintseva represent different branches of the same competitive tree. One rooted in control, the other in chaos. But both are climbing, scratching, clawing, reaching for something just out of sight. And when the ball is tossed and the first serve flies, anything can happen. Your turn. Who's your pick? Does Putintseva have another upset brewing? Or is Pegula just too locked into fall? Let us know your prediction. And don't be surprised if this one steals the headlines.